Hello there, dear friends, and welcome once again to the Relaxed Fantasy Review. On this channel, we spend our time looking at fantasy of all sorts, from books to movies to video games, and applying the characters within into the tabletop game Dungeons and Dragons 5th Edition. And today, we are digging into one of my favorite cartoons in all of cartoon history, one of the greatest of the modern Cartoon Network era, Steven Universe, and its iconic characters, the Gems. The Crystal Gems are an alien race that guard Earth from monsters that actually come from their homeworld, ironically. And we're going to be looking today at one of my favorite crystal gems, Peridots, named as for the Peridot stone that her life essence comes from. Peridot is about 2,000 years old, stands at a modest height of 4 feet tall, weighs about 100 pounds, with green skin, yellow hair, and green eyes. Peridot is a skilled mechanic, and I think that it is fair that if we were to place her in a game of D&D, she would be an artificer. I think an armorer artificer is very suitable for her. Her race would be Rock Gnome, as she's a short character with a lot of technical expertise. Her background is guild artisan, as she began as a technician for the leaders of Gem Homeworld, and her alignment is lawful neutral, being a bit of a stickler for rules and regulations. Her strength and dexterity are very little to write home about, both being 10. She can take a decent hit, though, with a constitution of 14. Her intelligence is where she really shines. With an intelligence of 20, she's one of the smartest of the crystal gems. Her wisdom is 12, and her charisma is 12 as well. She's a little quirky, but she's got a charm to her. She is proficient in Constitution and Intelligence saving throws, as well as the skills Arcana, History, Insight, and Persuasion. She speaks Common and Gnomish, as well as Celestial, which I'm basically just kind of calling space language in this case. She is proficient in all types of armor and simple weapons, as well as many kinds of tools. Cobbler's tools, mason's tools, smith's tools, tinker tools, thieves' tools. She can use pretty much any kind of tool she wants. But as an armorer artificer, she's actually quite tough. She has these special types of arcane armor. She wears arcane half-plate armor. This has been enhanced by some of her artificer infusions, the magical strength and the enhanced defense. She also carries a shield with her, which also has enhanced defense, and she wears winged boots, meaning that she can fly. With all of this enhanced armor on her, she has an armor class that is a little broken of 23. Hitting Peridot is hard. Hit points of 73 and a speed of 25 make it her not the most tanky or agile individual, but her AC makes her very hard to hit. And her armor also gives her weapons, thunder gauntlets to punch people with, and lightning launchers to shoot people with, depending on the type of armor she's wearing. As a gnome in D&D, she would have dark vision, the gnome cunning ability, and as a rock gnome, the artificer's lore and tinker powers, allowing her to create trinkets and know about magical items. As an artificer, though, she has a lot of abilities. Magical tinkering lets her make more complicated and magical trinkets. Infuse item is how she powered up her armor and made her flying boots. The armor model, guardian, and infiltrator is what she uses, and that's what gives her the different abilities for her armor. She has extra attack and the armor modification power. And as an artificer, she can do the right tool for the job power, tool expertise, and flash of genius and magic item adept, allowing her to attune to more magical items and easier. And her intelligence leans her into the keen mind feat, and she does have one special power, telekinesis. Although in the show, she uses this only on metal, in D&D she's just telekinetic. And as an artificer, she does have some cool spells. She has some cantrips, Mage Hand, telekinetic, Thunderclap, Magic Stone, and Lightning Lure. Her first level spells absorb elements, alarm, featherfall, grease, and identify. Not a whole lot to attack, but lots of interesting, you know, utility abilities. Level 2, she has Arcane Lock, Levitate, Pyrotechnics, and Heat Metal. And at level 3, she has Intellect Fortress, being one of the more intellectually tough and rebellious crystal gems. She is quite an interesting character, and as a level 10 armorer, she is very, very interesting and quirky. I could see a person playing with Peridot, and she is just sassy in general. She doesn't understand social norms that much, but she just has this energy about her that means you just know she's going to do her best. And I think that role-playing Peridot in D&D would be an absolute treat. This has been the Relaxed Fantasy Review. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe down below, and keep your eyes peeled for more character creation coming down the line soon. Have a good one, my friends.